This is the content analyzer from SEMrush. I'm going to be discussing how I use this for my website. Of course, I've already put in my website. I put in all the content. This is automatic auditing that they've already done. And I started to analyze both of these, and I decided that I was going to break things up. The rewrite or remove are words from 200 means 200 and up. And that's a lot of page words, and that's probably a more in-depth rewriting or removal. But poor content I thought was really easy. It's less than 200 words, except when I started analyzing this, you'll see it's actually a lot of photos without descriptions, which is something I do want to fix, but I kind of want to focus on the content first. So I actually divided this up into these two things. I went to add set, and I said words up to 20, and that's what this was. And then I did 20 to 200, and that's what this was. So that's how I was able to figure out essentially which ones are the photos that need a description and the content. Now, if I do the description on the photos first, some of these might actually go into this section because I'll hit over 20 words. So because of that, I'm actually starting with the needs content section. And if I click on Start Analyzing, it'll pull up something similar to this. It pulls up a website. You have this option of not analyzed, progress, or analyze. You can order an article writing if you want to have someone else write this for you. Or if you want to write it, you can copy and paste this into your browser to pull it up to see what it looks like. You can read and reread the stuff here to kind of see what it looks like as well. And then on some of these, you'll have keywords that are already ranking a little bit. Even though my average position is close to 100, I'm already ranking somewhat for these, which means Google associates a little bit of relevance for each of these words. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write with those words in mind. So when I open up my blog and then I go to edit it, I have this SEMrush Writing Assistant installed. I have the plugin installed on my blog. So when I go to SEO and I add the keywords, I'm adding those exact same keywords that Google already thinks I'm ranking for here at the bottom. And then what I did do that is different from the original is I added this H2 header at the top. And I'm just going to show you how, if you notice down Decor, so you notice how this decorations is not green? As I type it in, it becomes green. So now, as I go through and I rewrite the rest of my article, I can put these different words in there. Also, I can edit this recommended keyword phrase. So if I go through and I see like Uncle Sam, not really important for me. Mason jars, not really important for me. Julie party, like a misspelled July, not really important for me. So then I can hit change keywords, and that shows up here. So if you have someone else writing your content for you, you can knock that out as well and make sure that you write everything accordingly. So anyway, that's how I'm using the content writer. I will go ahead and pause this, and then I'll make some adjustments, and then I'll cover kind of what I did. Before I do, I'll let you see that this is what my recommended keywords and stuff look like. I'll go ahead and not change any of this as I start writing the rest of my article. And there you go. We have actually added all of these words and key phrases into our document here. We actually haven't added a lot, but it says we were asked by a balloon artist friend of ours to deliver a 4th of July centerpiece to a sister-in-law's assisted living facility. He wanted red, white, and blue balloons to be delivered. He wanted a patriotic centerpiece as a table decoration so that he could celebrate Independence Day with the event even though he was out of town. So red, white, blue centerpieces is what we came up with. Now this is like a lack of proper grammar. Let's see, does that let it stay? Let's see, red, white, blue. Yeah, it does. So if we have the and symbol, the ampersand or whatnot, then that shows up and still classifies as our thing. So that's kind of cool, is what we came up with. He said, make sure it is fun and patriotic and includes some helium balloons. We're having a 4th of July party. I want to make sure there's some patriotic decor. Made sure it would last a while by adding premium life extending balloon formula that was already in the original. This 4th of July decor could just as easily be in centerpieces, delivery piece. For more information how we could balloon decor, whether you want a balloon arch, a giant replica of the Stars and Stripes, latex balloons, decorations, right? So I actually have a bunch of this in here, right? Now, instead of saying balloon decorations balloon, I said balloon decorations, which is not the same, but it's pretty similar. 4th of July decor, 4th of July party. That to me is, it's a collection of multiple keywords that have been kind of pushed together. Balloons, 4th of July. I did 4th of July balloons. 4th of July balloons is written out with 4th. I think I used the number 4. Instead of doing party supply, I said you can supply your party. So I didn't use all the words, but I used a bunch of them, and you can see my SEO has gotten way out to the side. And then I can jump down and I can look at my metadata, and then I can adjust it. So see what Okay, so again, this doesn't really matter. It's just the fact that we're putting in metadata description that is not too long and getting truncated. We're picking what it is rather than Google randomly doing it. I update it. Once I've updated this, then my website here is updated as well. And I've got that additional content. I can see that I need to add a space in there, so I can do that. And then when I get back to my analyze content, I can click analyzed. And then when I go back to my audit and I refresh this, it should say 10. And then that's going to show me that I've analyzed 10 of these pages. So it keeps track of where you're at. And then of course, if you have something in progress, like if I stopped in the middle, I can click on continue. I can see what it is and I can say, oh, I stopped at my website logo header image because I was writing a description. That's when I realized I needed to separate the descriptions out. So I paused, I put in progress because I did change some of it, but not really. And then I can close this and go back. So that's how I'm using the content analyzer to write pages and posts for my website. I will also point out that as I'm doing this, you can also track things too. So let's see, if I go to something that I've done, you can collaborate as well, which I'm not using. But you can track how this is working as well. And I actually don't know how to do that, guys. So I will look that up and I will put together another, there it is, post tracking. At the top you can track your post. So you can put in the post that you did and you can assign the keywords to it and you can see how it's doing based on what you've done. So as you write this content, I would probably use post tracking for the larger articles where you're hitting something a little more in depth, but you can click on post tracking, you can see how it's doing, and you can add the keywords that are associated and see how it's being shared, who's contributing, how many backlinks, etc. It's basically like running your analytics on your website, but on that specific post. So anyway, that's how I'm using it. If you have any questions or you have some other ideas on how you are using the content analyzer for SEMrush, please let me know. I just want to go over some basics of how I'm using it, what I use it for, and how we use it to help with the optimization of our website.